ahead, we learn more about soil and why farming can make the land less fertile. Tzu Chi's disaster relief and medical team carried out a relief distribution in Majuwa, Nepal. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Helen. Now, thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi's disaster relief and medical team recently arrived in Timi, Nepal to conduct a free clinic. With the assistance of locals, the team managed to tend to the needs of 100 patients in 2 hours. But first, we joined another group of medical personnel at the free clinic in Chiptato.
Tzu Chi's disaster survey and medical team have arrived in Timi, a city in Bhaktapur district, to carry out a free clinic.
What does she mean, chest pain?
Interacting with Nepalese seniors is no difficult task for neurosurgeon Chen Xingyuan, and it's hard to imagine that this is his first international relief mission.
When people speak of Nepal, what comes to mind are the beautiful mountains and other landscape. But amid the beauty, people have been suffering the devastation brought by the earthquake. Although they have encountered one earthquake after the other, they are trying hard to come to terms with the situation and helping each other through it.
When language barriers arise, sign language is always another option. Those who understood English took the initiative to assist doctors with translations, increasing the overall efficiency of the free clinic.
They are all very kind people. Whenever problems arise, bodhisattvas from all corners come forth to assist. It's truly wonderful. With some of the locals helping out as translators, we were able to wrap up our morning clinic very smoothly and quickly.
Although the doctors may not understand our language, we can feel the doctors' loving care. I feel that the medication is also very effective. That's why I came a second time.
Setting foot in Nepal, what Tzu Chi volunteers have witnessed here is the love and kinship of the Nepalese people, bringing out the beauty of humanity.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Over the past few days, whenever Tzu Chi's medical team has set foot in Chitapal, the scenery has been different. At the free clinic venue, local residents put up a sign that says "Do not enter" and demarcated an area as the waiting area. 2 boys stand at the opening to guide residents one by one to the treatment area. While maintaining order, they seem to have forgotten their manners.
You have to speak to them with smile. You have to smile. Give your tits. Get everybody see your tits.
Now courteous and polite, the boys guide residents in one by one. Just like volunteers' unconditional kindness, it seems this same selfless spirit is also brewing at the free clinic. Thanks to the boys' assistance, doctors were able to tend to more patients in need of medical assistance. Unlike the patients who come and go, medical personnel stay inside the tent for hours on end each day, and it can get really hot and humid inside.
Namaste, namaste.
A shelter pieced together from metal sheets and tarp sits in the middle of the wheat field.
The heart is regular heartbeat, no problem. But how about here? Does he got pain, epigastric pain, or other? No.
Chitapal is surrounded by charming rural scenery, and most residents here are farmers who live among the wheat fields.
房子在住杨妹妹，你看，她住家1楼住杨妹妹啊，不好走哦。
慢慢的走。
1楼也有房间了。
这是他们的财产呢。
Witnessing the plight of others and realizing their own blessings are sentiments that many Tzu Chi volunteers share. So even after a long and busy day, a simple meal of instant rice cooked with cold water still brings happiness to hearts and stomachs.
After enduring 2 massive earthquakes, many Nepalese are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. As a result, a young girl suffered a seizure and fainted. Her mother was fraught with worry and sent her to a medical station in the Baktap ports and communities for help. Under the partnership at Tzu Chi doctors and local medical personnel, the girl was successfully treated and has recovered.
This little girl fainted and was sent to the medical station in the Baktapur tent communities.
My daughter complained of a stomachache and headache. Then she fainted not long after.
Watching her daughter twitch uncontrollably, the mother is nervous and scared. Working with local doctors, Tzu Chi's medical team immediately tends to the girl.
Residents here are scared, so in times of distress, the body reacts to it. We suspected the girl to be suffering from epilepsy.
After emergency treatments, the little girl regained consciousness, finally putting her mother's anxious heart at ease.
You came here to help us. We're happy about that. I don't know how else to express my gratitude, but to say thank you.
Despite the language and cultural differences, love has become a way to give these residents the strength to continue living.
Staying in Nepal, Tzu Chi's disaster relief and medical team has set up a free clinic in the Baktap ports and communities. Recently, a young man was sent to the Tzu Chi free clinic after he visited the local clinic in the wake of his motorbike accident. Here's more.
Pulling out the emergency kits, various equipment, and anesthetics, the doctor is treating a patient whose left calf is bleeding profusely.
He was driving motor.
These cuts deep to the bone were caused by a motorbike accident.
He was hurt earlier and his friend took him to the clinic to stop the bleeding. The doctors there told him about Tzu Chi's free clinic. They asked him to come here to see if we could help.
Okay, don't worry, not yet, okay? One simple injection will do.
Despite the crude condition of the free clinic, these doctors maintain a high medical standard. Team doctor Ye Tianhao acts as the surgeon and Yuli Tzu Chi Hospital Superintendent Zhang Yulin as his assistant. Together, they closed up the wound on the young man's calf and ankle with over a dozen stitches.
Zinc sheets cut him sharply. It was a clear-cut wound.
Also easing the patient's nervousness is the volunteer who held onto his hand the entire time.
It's pain, but it can endure. Now not pain. Now no pain ready. Okay.
This treatment is very good.
The doctors here are not strong on surgery, so the few days we are here doing free clinics have eased their stress.
This affinity between the local doctors and Tzu Chi doctors is sure to last for years to come, since they know that together they helped possibly save this young man's life.
I'm very thankful to you.
The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that by 2050, the food yield from farming will only be 1/4 of that of 1960, making food shortages a very possible reality. And part of the problem lies in the abuse of soil. Next, we learn more about our soil and how farming is actually making land less fertile.
Like a thin layer of skin covering the Earth's crust, soil is the breeding ground that gives life to 1/4 of the world's known species of living organisms.
A hectare of soil weighs about 2.5 million kilograms and can be used to farm for food. Soil is fertile and is home to many large and small living organisms, such as insects. It is also home to many microorganisms.
Also serving as an engineering medium, soil can help recycle and detoxify waste.
Soil has the capacity to absorb a lot of water and also remove toxins.
It is thanks to soil that civilization can thrive. On this planet, Taiwan is gifted with a variety of soils because of its unique geography. Orogenesis gave birth to this island with its varying elevations, providing it with distinct geology and soil. And thanks to nature's elements, rivers and alluvial plains were formed, creating a vibrant and diverse ecosystem.
Taiwan is blessed with almost all the types of soil that you can think of in the world. There's only one type that we don't have: frozen soil.
The Soil Survey and Remediation Lab of National Taiwan University keeps samples of soil from all parts of the country, which are categorized by color, characteristics, and supported plant life.
The soil is from the Maobito area. This black soil is very special. It can only be found in Taiyuan, Taidong. This is the lifeline of Taiwan's agricultural industry. Because of the fluvial process, soil has covered the western half of the island.
To understand the current condition of the country's soil takes more than studying it from the surface. Only by digging down deeper can we see how farming activities are affecting our soil.
This area should be Danan. It sits in the mid-level of a fluvial terrace. The elevation should be 130 meters above the sea level.
A reddish soil is revealed when the brownish exterior is removed. Forming easily into a lump, the seemingly insignificant and dirty substance breathes life into the vegetation growing on top of it.
The reddish color is due to the high ferric oxide concentration. This soil retains both water and nutrients really well. So even during a dry season, there is really no need to water it constantly.
Of the country's some 800,000 hectares of farmland, about half is used for growing wet rice. As a result of years of ploughing, a hardened layer that is more impermeable and is known as plough soil is formed underneath, separating the plough layer and original soil underneath.
As a plant grows, it typically feeds on nutrients up to 10 centimeters below the soil. Because of irrigation performed by humans, organic matter has mixed with the soil underneath, causing it to turn darkish. This is at the so-called plough soil level.
Through continuous ploughing, spraying of fertilizers and pesticides, and irrigation, slowly Taiwanese have unknowingly transformed the soil that provides for them.
See the reddish and yellowish colors? They are all due to ferric oxide. But if you open them up, the black inside is due to manganese. Manganese oxide is commonly found in rice paddy. It's found in Japan's paddies as well.
Unfortunately, the problem of soil deterioration is not found only in Taiwan, but all over the world. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, by 2050, the yield from farming will only be 1/4 of that of 1960.
Soil unfortunately cannot regenerate itself. As it deteriorates slowly, it will reach to a point of no return. By then, you will be like reacting to an oncoming tidal wave. You see it coming, but there is just nothing you can do.
Only by maintaining a healthy soil can we harvest healthy produce. If humans do not learn to stop abusing the environment, the consequences may be catastrophic.
In Nepal, Tzu Chi's disaster relief and medical team decided to carry out a relief distribution in the mountain town of Majuwa. Though the truck carrying relief items had trouble delivering the goods on time, volunteers and residents worked together to overcome the problem.
Tzu Chi's disaster relief and medical team in Nepal are heading towards Majuwa from the capital, Kathmandu. The sight of wheat fields is soothing to the eyes, but as quake-damaged buildings come into view, team members begin to worry for 114 families living in this mountain town 1,700 meters above sea level. After numerous winding roads, the team arrives safely, but the same cannot be said for the supplies.
We have relief supplies for over 100 families, which weighs over 4 tons. We're ferrying them up here using a truck, but it broke down. So far, it has broken down 3 times already.
two seasoned international relief veterans quickly took control of the situation and came to a decision.
Let's unload 2/3 of relief supplies first and get at least 1/3 up here first. They can then go back for the rest. It's actually not that far to go. We should be fine this way.
While waiting for the supplies, a team breaks off and hikes up to the tents, sheltering the displaced quake victims. This tent is set up on top of the vanished 2-floor building. In it lives a 32-year-old woman and her 2-month-old son. Volunteers gifted them a Tzu Chi portable folding bed so they may sit and rest comfortably.
This feels really comfortable. It's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Volunteers also carefully laid a layer of plastic sheet on top of the bed to ward off moisture and added a blanket to help keep the mother and son warm. Soon the supplies arrived. Instead of sitting and waiting, the men of Majuwa got up to help carry the supplies, for they know volunteers have overcome numerous obstacles on their behalf.
Tzu Chi's disaster relief and medical team has been working with the Nepalese Army Wives Association and the local army to enhance its relief operations and to send aid to the more remote areas. On May 17, the groups came together once again to deliver aid to Nanla Barvi district.
Traveling along winding and bumpy roads, Tzu Chi's disaster relief and medical team set out from Kathmandu and after 2 hours drive arrived in Nangle Bare district.
Houses here in Nepal's countryside have been built mostly out of brick, cement, and mud, with no steel reinforcements. The structures are extremely fragile.
When the earthquake struck, it obliterated buildings and homes in this area. Since then, residents have been seeking shelter in the tents, and food is now running scarce. Tzu Chi volunteers in blue and white work collectively with the Nepalese army to deliver rice and daily necessities to residents. They bow humbly and with a smile. This is Tzu Chi's universal language of love.
These relief items are a great help to us. I'm very thankful. Most of the houses in these villages have collapsed. Having the opportunity to cross one village after the next to assist these quake survivors moves me deeply.
Affected by the earthquake, the health center's doors are closed shut. The distribution took place in the empty lot in front of the center, and after today, 300 families will no longer have to go hungry.
I'm so grateful for all these supplies. We still need building materials to rebuild our homes though. Materials like zinc plates and wooden planks.
The monsoon season is coming up, so they are in desperate need of building materials. Right now, we are purchasing what we can.
You okay?
Although this is an arduous journey for Tzu Chi volunteers, it is one they're willing to take.
We feel very good about it because it's a very nice thing to do in a time of disaster and calamity, to be working together with your foundation.
We're very grateful to the Nepalese army for their assistance during this earthquake and for helping deliver the rice into the hands of the quake survivors who are without food in remote areas.
Giving without expecting anything in return, Tzu Chi volunteers are creating a cycle of love in Nepal.
To continue their care for those affected by last year's floods in West Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers recently traveled to Manik Urai and brought gifts to 3 flood survivors. This is Kama Ruzamin, who doesn't have the strength and ability to look after himself. Last year, while on his way to receive relief items following the devastating floods in West Malaysia, Kama Ruzamin accidentally fell and was left paralyzed from the waist down.
Most of the time, I have to take care of my husband all by myself, and sometimes my children will help me. Life has been very hard since my husband became bedridden, and I don't know what to do.
Besides taking care of her bedridden husband, Maida binti Yali also has to look after her 3 children. The adjustable hospital bed provided by Tzu Chi volunteers allow Kaman Ruzamin to comfortably sit up in bed. Touched by the volunteers' love and care, Maida binti Yali can no longer hold back her tears. Following a a car accident, Mama Rosemary Bing Wang also became paralyzed from the waist down and lost his job as a rubber plantation worker. Thankfully, Tzu Chi volunteers decided to take him under their wings. Today, the volunteers have arrived with a gift.
Now it is easier for me to sit up or lie down. I love this gift and am so happy. It's an indescribable feeling.
This is Norreason, whose sewing machine was damaged by last year's floods. To make sure Norreason can make ends meet, Tzu Chi volunteers have arrived with a new sewing machine. The love and warmth of Tzu Chi volunteers have given flood victims in Manikurai the strength to stand on their own 2 feet once again. Next, we join the Buddha Day celebrations organized by Tzu Chi volunteers in Indonesia and Malaysia. At the Tzu Chi Prague branch, members of the public have come together to pay their respect to the Buddha.
Malaysia is a multicultural country. Although everyone comes from different faiths and races, we still get along very well and help each other.
Many first-timers taking part in the Buddha Day celebrations organized at Bad Hao Town and the Zhonghua Tamping School.
The volunteers didn't use any incense or fruit as offerings. The ceremony was very simple. All the participants here have a compassionate heart. I think everyone is a living bodhisattva.
Well, at the Buddha Day event held in Muar, Nepalese workers prayed sincerely for peace and harmony in Nepal.
Many homes in my hometown collapsed. Thankfully, no one was hurt. I feel more at ease after praying.
At this moment, people from all walks of life have united as one to pray sincerely for a disaster-free world. Following the chanting of the Sutra of Innumerable Meanings, Tzu Chi volunteers walk slowly toward the altar. The solemn ceremony has settled the hearts of more than 500 participants. The Buddha Day celebration held by Tzu Chi volunteers in Bandung is joined by people of different faiths.
It was a solemn ceremony and people showed their deepest sincerity too. We are so happy that so many people showed up for the Buddha Day event. This is a huge accomplishment for the Tzu Chi Bandung Liaison Office, and we will keep up our good work.
Besides repaying the grace of the Buddha, Tzu Chi May is also a month of filial piety. Children give their parents a foot bath to express their gratitude and love.
I have never imagined that my children would give me a foot bath. I believe they have learned the concept of fulfilling their filial duties. I hope my children can remember the hardship I went through during childbirth and remember to reciprocate.
Meanwhile, at the Jingsi Hall in Jakarta, more than 1,000 people have gathered together to pray for peace and harmony.
I'm so happy to be a part of Tzu Chi's Buddha Day celebration. I hope Tzu Chi can continue helping the less fortunate across the globe, regardless of the differences between races and faiths.
By partaking in Tzu Chi's Buddha Day celebration, participants have realized that love is universal and can overcome all differences. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.